those magnificent men in their flying machines. They go up to the up, up, they go down to the up, down.
Oh, hi. Okay. So we're on the fuse again. Oh, I'll just put that bit in. I'm going to try and take it out. It's really hard with one hand. Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd show you this bit now. So you see, I've put in the actual stays for there and there. So when I put the top covering on for the cockpit area and that, and the covering for the fuse. Okay. This show I've made these pieces here. So I've left loose because this is where I'm going to detail the cockpit by putting in the various dials and gauges and stuff that are required. So I'll put these in last. So I'm going to work out what goes where, put them on, dress it all up, and then glue them in. Okay, before I put the top sheeting on. It's like this stuff. Okay, so again, I've done what I've done there. I've put in little braces here, you know, to make it a lot easier, and you'll see in a minute why. And again, I've done it the same here. Because I can't find the finger. Again, see, that one's there, that comes out, and that's for that detailing that cockpit. Okay, so when the pilots eventually go in, they've got something to look at. Hee jelly. Okay, so that's that bit of the fuse. It's best to put the plates in so the pilots can something to rest on. Because obviously I've put the servos in and everything's ready to go there. So that's that bit covered. Obviously it's a lot easier to do it that way before you put the covering on the top sheeting, because obviously it's just access. So that's that bit. Okay, so now we'll come to the bit I've done. There you go. Got all them clamps, hundreds of clamps. And like I say, so we're going to do a test here. If you get seasick, I'm sorry. I'm going to take the clamps off now. They've been on a while, if I can, one at a time. See if it's all stuck. Oh, there's one there. I don't see. See, so far so good. This is so difficult to do with one hand. Bear with us. Bear with us. I'm going to put it down a minute because I can obviously not do it. I don't want to damage it now. I might add, yesterday, as I'm doing this, I managed to get to talk to Mr. Barry Esprit Play. Right, I haven't spoken to Barry for a long time, right? And it's so nice to hear from him again, because I rate Barry as probably one of the finest builders I've ever come across. And that man can build anything out of nothing. And I aspire to be, if I get as half as good as him, but before I peg it, I'll be quite pleased. So it was nice to speak to Barry, bless him. And yet again, some of his creations that he's made, he showed me yesterday online, as usual, are absolutely spot on, fantastic. Anyway, so, right, back to this. So as you can see, it's on. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've clamped it as best as I can, but there will be little bits like there, see, you can squeeze it in. So all you do is you just add a bit of cyno to get it on there, you know. Or put a clamp back on, because you can see it's still a bit tacky. But I mean, you can't get to everything, but it's there. And this is the reason why I said to put these on, because it makes it a lot easier to adhere to. And again, like I've said before, I use this glue, which is 10-minute fast grab. Okay, and it really does bond in 10 minutes. So if you leave it for half an hour, it's definitely there. So all it remains is to touch up where it's a little bit unglued there, which is not a problem, and sand off the back here, cut it off with a scalpel, get it nice and true to the back of the last former, which is nothing really. So that's that bit. Now, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, this is the easy bit out of the two. Okay, because obviously there's no cutting. Because when it comes to doing this piece, you've got to have to cut round the actual longer on stems, whatever you want to call them, uprights. I'll get the right name in a minute. So that'll be a fun bit to do. But I'm not really fussed because I'm looking forward to it. I love a technical bit. And if Barry was here, he'd probably do it in about 2 minutes, bless him. But he's cool. Okay, so everything. I'm quite pleased with it so far. It's getting there. It's getting there rapidly now. So if I stand back a bit, see the whole thing's taking shape. Okay, so yeah, I'm pleased with that. The thing I've been looking at, I mean, I spent about 2 hours today. I almost went back to the Shuttleworth today to have another look, but the pictures seem to be adequate. They're a bit dark, so it was a dull day. So anyway, I might go back up tomorrow because I'm going to have a look again, because the uprights, right, the struts, there you go, the struts look a bit thin, so I'm gonna cover them anyway with a sheet balsa, that thin balsa, to go over them. If you don't do it that way, on the plan or on instruction it just says use covering, and I'm like, well, yeah, but you know, I like to try and get it as realistic to the real plane as possible. So that's the fuse. There's not a lot more to the fuse really, it's practically there. Obviously the front needs to be addressed, but again I looked at the pictures and there's a lot of difference there as well. So to try and get it more accurate, I'm going to keep staring at the picture so I've got a good sense of it in my head, you know, when I come to form all the shaping and that, so that'll be good fun. So yeah, there you go. Get a good point. See, it's there. It's alright, isn't it? Even I'm pleased with it. So yeah, it's nice. And like I said the other day, it's always best to, before you do any, I mean, I steamed it again to get it nice so it's easy to work with, much like the one there. That's obviously for the main fuse, cockpit areas. So, and it makes it a lot easier to go on, you know. Definitely, just use a kettle and it'll go lovely. Takes about 3-4 minutes and you're there. Okay, so yeah, okay, right, that's that. Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, somebody asked me yesterday on a comment, you know, I speak too fast or whatever. I need to learn how to control. That's why I'm trying to go a bit slower now. But the reason is, like they said, I mean, this unit, I'm using this camera and that. When I go to download it onto, upload it even onto Facebook, like yesterday, the video I made yesterday was 8 minutes long and it took 4.5 hours to download or upload even. So, you know, that's why sometimes I try and cram it in quick, because the longer it takes, the longer, you know. So that's why. So there's your answer to that. Plus it wasn't very well. So, you know, there you go. So right, that's that. So tomorrow I would have done the cockpit pieces that I said. I also connect the tubes up for the engine, and then attempt, dare I say, putting the top covering fuse on. That'll be fun. Real good fun. Yeah, jelly. Okay, that's that then. Yeah. Okay, cheerio. Bye.
Those magnificent men, those magnificent men, those magnificent men in the fly.